हेलो स्टूडेंट सत श्री अकाल। सो ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਲਾਸ 7th ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਹੈਲਥ ਐਂਡ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਲੈਸਨ 1 to 8 ਸੈਸ਼ਨ 2024 to 25 ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ ਕਲਾਸ 7 ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਚੈਪਟਰ 1 ਹਿਊਮਨ ਬੋਡੀ। ਇਸ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ, what do you know about the human body? And your answer is the human body is made up of muscles, bone, and many other small and large organs of the body like heart, lung, liver, kidney, etc. When we see the kabaddi player before participating in game and they warm up and enter into the sports field, their attractive body is much impressed to us and we attend to be fit like kabaddi player. The player have to face many difficulties to build their bodies. It is very essential to be fit and have an attractive look. The player body fitness depend on its strength and power. Their achievement in sports depend on their fitness and strength to make them healthy. A sportsman must have knowledge of his body. If the sports person know all part of the body, he will be able to perform in sports well. If he does not know the various parts of the body and their working, then he may get hurt while doing exercise and he may not be able to develop his body fitness. And second question is, in which category can a human body be divided to understand or knowledge it? And the answer is body posture, body function. And question number third is, how many bones are there in a human body? And the answer is the human body has 206 bones of different shapes and size which frame of the body by joining together. And fourth question is, what are the main organ of blood circulation system? And the answer is heart, arteries, veins, tissues are the main organ of the blood circulation system. Fifth question is, what do you know about sensory organs? And the answer is sensory organs are eyes, ears, tongue, nose, skin. We get knowledge about our surrounding and the changes of environment through them. We can see any object with our eyes. We can smell anything with our nose. We can hear anything with our ears. Tongue tells about different kind of taste of eatables. Skin makes us to feel the touch of anything and realization of summer and winter. Question number 6 is, what is the importance of excretory system in human body? And the answer is the food we eat only a small part of it is retained in our body and the rest of it is excreted from the body in the form of waste material. When we work, the energy is consumed and the result of many waste material are produced in the body. The waste material are necessary to excrete from our body. If this waste material are remain in our body, may causes many diseases. Excretory system expel out the waste product out of the body. The skin and the kidney are the main part of the system. They expel the waste product in the form of urine and sweat. And seventh question is, what are the main function of human body? And the answer is first one is protection. Our body consists of many soft organs like heart, lung, and brain, which are protected by the skeleton system, like bones of our skull protect our brain, and bones of our rib cage protect our lungs and heart also. Second one is shape. The body structure gives shape to our body. If this body structure is not present, then shape of our body is irregular. Third one is movement. All movement are possible due to the body posture. The muscles are attached to the frame of the body. The contraction and expansion of muscle causes movement in the bones and this result body to do the movement. Fourth one is mineral storehouse. The bones of our body act as a mineral storehouse. In bones, they decay great quantity of calcium and phosphorus stored in our body, which causes growth and development in human being. We should take a balanced diet in our food. If any of these elements is not sufficient in our body, the bones used to supply these. सो ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੰਬਰ 2 ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਕੈਪੈਸਿਟੀ ਐਂਡ ਐਡਵਾਂਟੇजेस ਆਫ ਐਕਸਰਸਾਈਜ਼ ਪਾਰਟ ਦਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ, what do you mean by human capacity? And the answer is physical capacity is required not only in games but in every field of life to perform the work. Physical capacity is the quality of the body by which a person can do his daily work without any difficulty. In other words, a person's capacity to do maximum physical work is called human capacity. Physical capacity is to be related to the person who does a lot of physical work. People who do not know the meaning of physical capacity, they think that physical strength is required only by the farmer, labor, etc., who do heavy physical work and perform hard duties. Besides this, physical capacity is considered with players who has to win the medals in game. The level of physical capacity is different in every person. The capacity is different from one another. It depends upon the profession and the work they are doing. A person who performs hard work is possessing more capacity than a person who do not perform any work. A person who works in a shop or the one who is clerk has less physical capacity as compared to a sports person. In the same way, a football and a kabaddi player, as in both the games, player do hard work in different way. A person's physical quantity depends upon different qualities. The physical capacity will increase as much as you work hard. Second question is, write the name of part of human capacity. And the answer is, human capacity are as follows. The first one is speed, second one is strength, third one is endurance, fourth one is flexibility, fifth one is coordination. And third question is, what do you understand by speed? And the answer is, the first quality of physical capacity is speed. The ability to do a work in a minimum time is called speed. Speed is a very important quality of a physical capacity that has an important role in every game. That player is considered a good player who possesses a great speed. Even in general work, the person who owns the quality of doing a work faster complete his work earlier than others. Fourth question is, what do you mean by coordination? What is the importance of coordination for a player? And the answer is, coordination is also a quality of physical capacity. Coordination means the relation between mind and the body. The body receives the message sent by the mind and complete the zone. No work is possible without the coordination of mind and body. Fifth question is, write in detail about the importance of human capacity. And the answer is, the first one is, the body of a person having physical capacity remains beautiful and stout. His body has good growth and development. Second one is, physical system become able to work properly due to physical capacity. Our muscle become able to do heavy work and we can do more work. Third one is, a person has good control on his body with his physical capacity. There is improvement in coordination of his brain and muscles. Fourth one is, there is less scope of heart and lung diseases, example blood pressure, heart attack, breathing problem, asthma, etc., to the person with physical capacity. And sixth question is, what do you mean by exercise? What are the advantages of exercise? And the answer is, walking, running, throwing, and climbing are the basic skills of human being. He uses all these skills in his routine life and perform exercise. Sometimes forceful and brisk activity are done to improve these skills. These activities are known as exercise. The objective of exercise to improve the circulation of blood. It has a great relationship between health and exercise. So there are many advantages of exercise which are given below. The first one is, muscle becomes strong and flexible. Lungs contract and expand during exercise. CO2 is exhaled in more quantity to quick contraction and expansion of lungs, and more of O2 is inhaled in the body. The blood is purified by this process. Heart becomes healthy. There is increase in the capacity of heart and arteries become strong. Digestive system of a person become more stronger with exercise. Exercise removes the formative of the body and one gets rebuff joint problems. New cell and new blood is produced in body. White blood cell increase and body become strong. Aging is delayed, mental and physical health remain good. By doing exercise, health remain good and he away from evil thoughts. Extra fat of the body is burned and his body become healthy, active and stout. Heat is produced in the body while doing exercise and perspiration is caused impurity expel out from the body and skin becomes clear. After that, body becomes healthy. So, हम chapter number 3 posture and its deformities part का अभ्यास करेंगे. इससे पहला क्वेश्चन है जी, what do you mean by body posture? How does our body stand on both legs? And the answer is, posture may imply the proper care of the structure of the body. A good posture is one that has less pressure on different organs of the body and by which these organs may remain at ease and do the maximum work. In case the posture is not kept right, many deformities arise in the body. If we try to arrive at the precise definition of posture, the uppermost thought in our mind is that we have to keep our body in such a way that keeps balance among all the different organs of our body. Posture is indeed deeply related to human body. The person who does not pay attention to his posture suffers from many weaknesses and deformities. Small children should be asked to give proper attention to posture in childhood itself so that they may not become prey to the posture related deformities and weakness and may lead a healthy and comfortable life. A good and balanced posture is the relative correct position of various parts of our body. A person with good and balanced posture looks natural and graceful in his position of standing, sitting, walking, sleeping and reading. When weight of upper part of body is uniformly distributed on lower part of body, a line may be drawn from the head to foot indicating the weight line. This weight line starts from uppermost part of the head and goes down at the level of knees. It starts from the end of the skull and passing through vertebrae of back, it passes through the hip, knee and ankle and goes downward. In this way, the weight of the part of the body is uniformly distributed from the top of the bottom. Second question is, what are the qualities of a good posture? And the answer is, first one is we have to spend less energy by possessing balanced posture. Second one is movement becomes very easy. Third one is balanced posture influence others. Fourth one is a person possessing good posture develops self-confidence. Fifth one is very active and clever in all daily work. Sixth one is good posture does not put pressure on bones or muscles. Question number third is, what are the benefits of having a good posture? And the answer is, good health is the first precondition of good body posture. A straight and balanced body is beautiful to look at. It gives a good impression to others and one feels good about oneself, whereas people make fun of a man with a symmetrical body. So having a good symmetrical body. A straight and balanced body put less pressure on the muscle because the weight is balanced and equally divided between front and back muscle. If the posture is good, internal organs work properly without any problem. It is easier for a man to achieve good posture without much effort when he is young, say till the age of 20. Fourth question is, how are the deformity formed in the body posture? Write down the main deformity of the body. And the answer is, first one is vocation. A person sits, gets up, walk according to the nature of work, such as sitting work or standing work or some type of work. So his body parts change their nature of working. Example, a person who has to work sitting in chair with the head down, his body takes the shape according to his sitting posture. Second one is nutritious food. For the better physical structure and nourishment, a nutritious food is not taken. The body structure and development are badly affected. In the lack of calcium, bones become blending towards one side. Third one is bad habit. Bad posture are also affected by mimic activity of bad posture. Person are not balancing at the time of walking, getting up and running. Fourth one is proper dress. Our body is stressed due to tight cloth, boot, pant, shirt, so our dress should be proper. Fifth one is overweight. Body also feels abnormal due to overweight and wears bad posture. Sixth one is due to injury. Walking is also affected by some injury and body bears bad posture. Physical deformities. Kyphosis, lordosis, scoliosis, having both kyphosis and lordosis, knock knees, flat foot, depressed chest, pigeon-shaped chest, flat chest, and the last one is bent neck. Fifth question is give the reason of kyphosis. What are the exercises recommended to correct the deformity? It is a type of curvature. His neck leans forward and backward. In kyphosis, the spinal cord bends in the shape of bow. The chest cannot remain erect. This condition in a body developed due to continuous sitting for hours in one incorrect posture. If the fault is correct, in due time, the backbone comes to its right position. In case the back gets completely bent, it becomes difficult to bring it back to its right position. The improper posture creates kyphosis, as a result of which heart and legs do not function properly. And the causes are reading in dim light while bending forward, short eyesight, head of hearing, use of worthless furniture for sitting, wearing tight and shapeless clothes, weakening of muscle by less or no exercise, quick development of body, sickness or accident. And their preventions are keeping the straight body while doing daily activity, walking, sitting and standing. The chin should be up, the chest forward and head straight. While resting on the back of the chair, the head should be bent back with the eyes looking straight forward. Deep breathing exercise should be alone. Push-ups, swimming and other chest exercise should be done. Back shoulder should be supported by pillows. Hanging from wall bars, the back should be toward the wall bars. And sixth question is give the reason of lordosis. What exercise are recommended to correct the deformities? And the answer is, and the causes are the habit of walking with belly protruding in younger age, not taking balanced diet in childhood, taking excessive food, women's giving birth to many children, not doing exercise. And the preventions are standing fully erect, bending the trunk forward and then straightening, lying on the back and then raising head and legs turn by turn, lying on the back, rising and again lying, practicing hal asana, standing attentively and touching the feet with the hand again and again. Seventh question is why flat foot are formed. Give the recommend exercise for flat foot. Write down the method of finding out whether the foot is flat or not. And the answer is, if we look carefully at the sole of the feet, we find that there is an arc which goes upward toward toe. When the muscle of the feet becomes weak and loose, their arc is lose their curvaceous and the feet becomes flat. A flat foot cannot bear the body weight well. It causes pain. Running and walking becomes difficult. And the reasons are lack of exercise, obesity, standing for long hours, wearing ill-fitting shoes, wrong and faulty body postures. So test of flat foot spread some soft and wet soil leveled on the ground, then placing your foot on it and move forward If the foot is normal, it will look like the foot in figure. The figure makes it clear that the inner portion of the sole of the normal foot does not touch the ground, while the whole sole of the flat foot touches the ground because its edges have become straight. And the exercises are walking and running on the toes, walking and running slowly on heels, cycling forcefully with toes, climbing the stair bars, dancing, walking on heels and toes of foot, walking on the slope of the triangle wooden board. And eighth question is, what deformities are formed in the chest bone? How can it be corrected? And the answer is depressed chest. In this type of deformity, the bone gets pressed inward. Flat chest, in it, the ribs instead of protruding carrier gets flattened to the level of the chest bones. Pigeon type chest, in this type of deformity, the chest bones get raised upward. And their causes are not doing exercise regularly, some dangerous diseases, bending excessively forward while sitting, standing or walking, deficiency of phosphorus, calcium and vitamin D. And their corrective exercises are cutting the fodder with hand driven tokka, practicing breathing exercises, doing arm and trunk exercise, performing dance while hanging from a pole, performing dance. Question number 9 is, give the reason for the following deformities. Also write down the exercise recommended for them. The first one is bent neck, knock knees, flat chest. And the answer is, the first one is bent neck. When the muscles on one side of the neck become weak and loose and those of the other side shrink, the neck turns on one side. And the reasons are carrying the child only on one side, making the infant lie on one side for long hours, having weak eyesight on one side, bad posture while studying. The second one is knock knees. Deficiency of calcium, phosphorus and vitamin D can cause bent bones in small children. The lack of above nutrient make the bones weak and they cannot bear the body weight, because of which the bones turns inward. A person with knock knees cannot stand at attention. His knees knock with each other when he tries to put his feet together in the attention. Third one is flat chest. In it, the ribs instead of protruding near gets flattened to the level of the chest bones. Depressed chest, in this type of deformities, the bones get pressed inward. Fourth one is pigeon type chest. In this type of deformities, the chest bones get raised upward. These deformities occur in early childhood, disrupting the respiratory process. 10th question is, give a list of good habits which help in having a good posture. And the answer is, sufficient amount of calcium, phosphorus and vitamin D should be included in diet of children. The children should be given sun bath and massage at least twice a week. Eyesight should be got tested at regular intervals. It is not good to stand for a long time putting weight only on feet. Good quality furniture with proper shape and sufficient light should be provided for school-going children. Breathing exercise should be done daily. Narrow-fitting cloth and shoes should not be worn. Exercise should be done regularly. Specific exercise for the particular problem of the posture should be done as per requirement. And the 11th question is, explain about lordosis. Lordosis is a different type of curvature from kyphosis. In this type of definite, the spine is bent not from the upper side but it leans forward from the stomach. Lordosis can be checked at an early stage. It is not possible to rectify it at a later stage. Exercise related to lordosis are, the first one is bend knees forward while allowing hip to bend back behind, keeping back straight and knees pointed in same direction as the feet. Descend until thighs are just parallel to floor. Extend knees and hip until legs are straight. Come back in straight position and then repeat the same. Second one is lie down in prone position with hand under abdomen. Then keep hips and shoulder down. Press hand up on abdomen and raise lower back. Third one is sit on a chair with the feet wide apart. Bend and position your shoulders between knees. Then reach to the floor under back of chair and hold this position for some duration. Fourth one is lung forward with knee on a mat. Take position of the foot beyond knees. Place both hands on knee. Straighten hips of rear leg by pushing hip forward and hold stretch. Repeat with opposite side. Fifth one is sit down with knees extended, feet together and hands at side. After that, bend forward, touching the fingers to toes. Hold this position for some time, then come back and repeat. Sixth one is lie in prone position on the floor. Keep the palm of your hand on the floor according to shoulder width. Push torso up, keeping pelvis on floor. Hold this position for some time. So ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੈप्टर नंबर 4 स्पोर्ट्स इंजरी एंड ਜਿਹੜਾ ट्रीटमेंट पार्ट ਦਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾ क्वेश्चन है जी व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय स्पोर्ट्स इंजरीज एंड the answer is injuries are common thing in human life. There is a little risk of injury during work. If there is a minor mistake or negligence, there can be an injury. Similarly, players receive injuries in the playground. They receive injuries. There is a difference between the injuries we receive during the general work and the injury received in the playground. So if a player come to the ground fully prepared and carefully, there are fewer chances of injuries for him as compared to other players. But we cannot say that he will not receive injuries at all. Every player receives some injury in his sports life. Common injuries received during playing games can be cured within 1 or 2 days. But sometimes a player receives a serious injury. As a result, he has to be out of the field for a long time. Second question is what are exposed injuries? And the answer is these kind of injuries are generally received in playground during playing games. These injuries are received on outer part of the body and these can be seen clearly. It is of 3 types. The first one is abrasion. Under this kind of injuries, the outer part of the skin is peeled off due to abrasion. Even internal part of the skin is also peeled off. The injury is received when a player falls on hard ground. Second one is incision. Sometimes players strike against each other very hard during the game. As a result, one player's sharp body part like elbow, knees or other sharp part hits the other player and his skin gets torn as a result. The player may receive this injury due to striking in some hard object. Third one is punctured wound. This injury received during game is considered very serious. This injury is caused by some sharp or pointed objects. Third question is which injury are called unexposed injury? And the answer is these injuries are visible on the outer part of the body. These are called unexposed or invisible injuries. These injuries are received usually on heavy muscle or on joints. The main causes of these injuries is overstrain or burden put of the muscle or on joints. The player feels sharp pain in these injuries and it takes much time to heal the injury. Fourth question is what is the difference between dislocation and fracture? And the answer is dislocation. People misunderstand dislocation as fracture, whereas there is a great difference between both injuries. The bone dislocates from the joint due to overstrain or sudden jerk. The affected joint stops moving in this injury and the player is unable to play. This injury is received while running fast in the ground, striking hard against other player, hitting a pole or a table or overbending of joint while falling down. And second one is fracture. Bone broken into two pieces due to an injury is called fracture. Breaking of the bone is a serious injury. It causes a great pain to the player and takes a long time in healing. There are many kinds of fracture. Among these, there are common and serious injuries as well. Fifth question is, what is fracture? Write its symptoms and treatment of the fracture. And the answer is, bone broken into two pieces due to an injury is called fracture. Breaking of bone is a serious injury. It causes a great pain to the player and takes a long time in healing. There are many kinds of fracture. Among these, there are common and serious injuries as well. And the symptoms are, the injured bone get deformed. There is severe pain on the injured spot. There can be cracking sound if the bone is moved. The injured body part stops working. And the treatment are, the injured bone should be supported with iron or a wooden plate by tying them up with it. After the fracture, even gauze can be used to support the injured bone. It should not be moved at all. One must try to stop bleeding if it flows from the injury. The player should be taken to the doctor immediately so that X-ray of the injury can be done to know in detail of it. And sixth question is, what are the main causes of sports injuries? And the answer is, first one is lack of knowledge. The player should have complete knowledge of the rules and the equipment used in the games. Sometimes the players start playing without having the complete knowledge of sports equipment and hence there remains a risk of injury. Second one is lack of physical ability. There is a great importance of training for good performances in games. If a player starts playing without proper training of the game, he may receive injuries due to lack of strength, speed, and flexibility. Third one is negligence. A minor negligence may become the reason of an injury received in playground. Fourth one is faulty method of warming up. Warming up of body is very necessary before playing a game so that muscles of a player are able to bear the burden of the game properly. Fifth one is improper playground. Sometimes due to unlevel playground, pits, scattering of sharp objects and nails cause injuries. The playground should be checked properly before playing. So ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੰਬਰ 5 ਯੋਗਾ ਪਾਠ ਦਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ, what do you mean by yoga? And the answer is, the objective of yoga is unity, union and love. In simple word, we can say that yoga means the union of man and God. Science that unite man and God is called science of yoga. Second question is, what is yoga according to Rishi Patanjali? And the answer is, to control the instinct of our mind called yoga. Third question is, write any one definition of yoga. And the answer is, yoga is that path which leads a human being from darkness to light. Fourth question is, what do you mean by the word asana? And the answer is, asana is an old method of yoga which makes the base of pranayam, dhyan and samadhi. Asana word means art of sitting. According to scripture Yoga Sutra written by Patanjali, asana is that situation of a person in which he can sit maximum for time comfortably. Fifth question is, how many types are there of asana? Write in detail. And the answer is, the first one is cultural asana. Asana which perform to strengthen body are called cultural asana. Second one is meditative asana. This type of asana is used to the samadhi or meditation. Third one is relaxative asana. These asanas are done in lying position. The objective of this asana is give relaxation to the body. Sixth question is, yoga is only a method of treatment. Write your views regarding this statement. And the answer is, many diseases are possible to treat with the help of yoga. Some people assume that yoga is a method of treatment and meant for only these people who are suffering from any disease. Yoga can be done by any healthy person and he can save his body from any disease. Seventh question is, what is objective of yoga? And the answer is, objective of yoga is to unite love and affection with each other. With the help of yoga, we can control our mind. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੰਬਰ 6 ਵੈਲਿਊ ਆਫ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਪਾਰਟ ਦਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਰਾਈਟ ਡਾਊਨ ਦ ਨੇਮ ਆਫ 10 big and 10 small games. And the answer is, the first one is big games are, the first one is football, hockey, cricket, netball, throwball, volleyball, kabaddi, kho-kho, wrestling, boxing. And the small games are touch and go, tag games, shadow games, hide and seek, pick the handkerchief, searching the leader cat and mouse, peeling the skin, masula kodi, jang planga. And second question is, what are the fundamental skills of a man? How did the games of today originate from these fundamental skills? And the answer is, walking, running, jumping, throwing, all are fundamental skills. All these fundamental skills are improved along with other industries of civilization, and we have converted this fundamental skill to these gains which spread out in the whole world. And third question is, what are the uses of games for men? And the answer is, development and growth of body, proper use of leisure time, full control over emotions, obedience, spirit of cooperation, punctuality, tolerance, self-confidence, firm determination, spirit of competition. And the fourth question is, what quality does a man learn by participating in games? And the answer is, good health, conditioned body, full control over emotions, development of intelligence, development of character, development of willpower, spirit of brotherhood, leadership, international cooperation, computational cooperation. And the fifth question is, how games are useful for a country? And the answer is, international cooperation. Team of one country go to another country to play the game. This helps in creating a feeling of friendship between different countries. Second one is good citizenship. The spirit of sportsmanship that a player is expected to have helps him become a good citizen. Prominent leaders. A nation needs good and experienced leaders in order to make progress. Games help produce good leaders. Fourth one is nation integration. Keeping the nation as one integrated unit was one of the major issues after independence. Game played an important role in keeping the united nation. And the fifth one is strong defense. A country needs strong, healthy and disciplined soldiers to able to defend its border. Sixth question is, what is the importance of games at the international level? And the answer is, teams of one country go to other for play the games. This helps in creating a feeling of friendship between different countries. So ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੰਬਰ 7 scouting and guiding part ਦਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ, what are the benefit of scout and guide? Write in detail. And the answer is, scouting and guiding make children happy and strong. Scouting and guiding remove jealousy from children. By this, child know about the meaning of love. Earthquake, flood, tsunami, etc. In these type of natural phenomena, scouting also help peoples. By scouting and guiding, children also know about living standard. By this, confidence also increase. Question number 2, what do you learn from scouting and guiding? Promise. And the answer is, I will perform my duty toward my country and God. I shall help others. I shall do my best to obey the scout law. The scout promise a scout to make progress by being an ideal person. These laws help him to become a pure, truthful and higher person. By being true to God, it means that a scout should always feel the presence of God everywhere. Helping others should be his first and foremost daily. Third question is, explain in detail the scouting laws. And the answer is, scout is an honorable and trustworthy person. He always speaks the truth. He earns the trust by doing good work. A scout is always loyal. He is sincere to his friend, comrade, and subordinate. A scout should serve the country, help others, and have faith in God. A scout is a friend to everyone and a brother to other scouts, to whatever religion or country they might belong. A scout is always sweet of tongue. He speaks sweet words. His behavior toward others is very loving. A scout is a friend to all living beings. He knows well that all living beings, bird, animal, and other, are the creation of God. A scout is always obedient and maintain discipline. He always obey and observe the laws. A scout is a brave person and always remains in high spirit even at the time of difficulty. He is never afraid of the problem of life. A scout is always contented. He fulfills his genuine needs and leads a contented life in every way. A scout is a true of word, deed, and thought. A scout is pure of heart, true to his word, and does good deeds. Fourth question is, what is the importance of scout in scouting? Explain. And the answer is, scouting is public welfare organization. It teaches the children become loyal and obedient citizens who are always ready to help others. Rally and conferences of Scout at the international level create a spirit of internationalism among the Scout, which causes an environment of world peace. The children become selfless workers who are always ready to help the needy by doing all kind of charitable work. They are always ready to help others in the natural calamities. This scout love their country. They learn to do manual work and interested in learning vocational skills. These skills make the children successful in their future. Many scouts earn money by doing manual work along with their studies. Scouting is like a lighthouse for the children. It gives them through life. They learn discipline and becomes a good citizen. Fifth question is, scouting help a child develop an all-round personality? Give your own views. And the answer is, scouting is public welfare organization. It teaches children become loyal and obedient citizens who are always ready to help others. It roots out the negative feeling of hatred, casteism, communalism, and regionalism, and thus help them become good citizens. They have a feeling of universal brotherhood and believe that there is no one who is an enemy of them. In a nutshell, scouting helps children grow harmoniously this way that develop themselves physically, socially, spiritually, and emotionally. Next question is, ready is the motto of scouting. Explain it clearly. The word ready is the motto of scout. He is ever ready to do some good. He is always busy in doing good to others. He obeys his elder and does duty toward others without bothering about his inconvenience of time and place. His aim of life is to do good and always to do good. He does not postpone doing a good deed. He does not delay helping others in showing the way to others and guiding people in fear, etc. He has a thirst of knowledge which he always wants to satisfy. Seventh question is, a scout is a good citizen. Explain it. And the answer is, all the quality which should be in a good citizen are found in a good scout, who learn all the quality of a childhood. Good citizen can shine the name of his nation. A scout is a friend of everyone and brothers to other scout. A scout is always sweet tongued. He speaks sweet word. His behavior toward others is very loving. A scout is a friend to all living beings. He knows well that all living beings, bird, animal, and other are the creation of God. A scout is a honorable and truthful person. He always speaks truth. A scout should serve the country, help others, and have faith in God. All the quality are important for good citizen. So we can say a scout is a good citizen. Question number 8 is, write a note on contribution of Lord Baden-Powell to the movement of scouting. And the answer is, Lord Baden was a general in the army who resigned from the senior position so that he could devote himself fully to his public welfare movement. He was confident that the movement started by him will certainly bear fruit. He started a practical experiment of the movement in 1907 on a small group of boys in a British island called Brown. In 1909, a huge rally of Scouts was organized at Crystal Place in London. He also started a new organization for the children of age group from 7 to 12. This organization is called Cubing. A new organization for elders was also started, which was called Rovering. A book by the title of Rovering to Success was published for their guidance. He also started an organization called Guiding for Girls in the year 1918. So ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੰਬਰ 8 द फैटल इफेक्ट ऑफ ड्रग्स एंड their safety measures पार्ट ਦਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ which intoxicant is used to prepare both cigarette and bidis, and the answer is cigarette and bidis are made with tobacco and paper, whereas bidis are made with leaf of tree. There are several ways to consume tobacco such as smoking cigarette, bidi, cigar, hubble bubble, etc. Tobacco is also eaten in many forms such as eating pan tobacco mixed with lime, jarda, etc. There is a dangerous toxic substance called nicotine in tobacco. There are other toxins like ammonia, carbon dioxide, etc. Nicotine has its adverse effect on the head, which begins to feel giddy, and then the heart is badly affected. Second question is, which drug pan cause tongue and mouth cancer? And the answer is tobacco intoxicant cause cancer of tongue, throat and mouth. There is a dangerous toxic substance called nicotine in tobacco. The possibility of catching cancer increases with the excessive use of tobacco, particularly the cancer of lungs and throat. The harm of tobacco on health are as under. The first one is eating or taking tobacco weakens eyesight. Number 2, it increases heartbeat. One catches heart diseases which often prove fatal. Third one is studies have revealed that tobacco consuming contract blood vessels. Fourth one is tobacco benumbs the body tissues. One does not have good sleep and ultimately suffer from sleeplessness. Number 5, stomach begins to remain upset with tobacco consumption. Number 6, tobacco also causes cough, and the consumer of tobacco is prone to lung diseases like TB. Question number 3, how is alcohol harmful for health? And the answer is alcohol is a liquid intoxicant. It is legally binding to write on each bottle of alcohol, drinking is injurious to health. Even then, more and more people are becoming addicted to alcohol and seem to ignore the statutory warning totally. Thus, more and more such people are becoming prey to many diseases. Their lungs get defected, the liver is damaged, age declines. Alcohol in fact adversely affects all parts of the body. At first man takes alcohol and then alcohol begins to take him. So alcohol has several bad effects, some of which are listed below. The first one is alcohol affects the brain first of all. Nervous system gets affected and the brain weakens. The thinking power or faculty declines. The kidney in the body weakens. Alcohol becomes a hindrance in the production of digestive juices, as a result of which digestion worsens. Respiration increases and one catches diseases pertaining to respiratory system. Blood vessels expand under the influence of regular drinking. Brain has to exert more and one may suffer a heart attack any moment. Regular drinking decreases the work capacity of muscle. The body gets weakened to face the attack of disease germs. The study have revealed that a drunkard works less than a normal person. A drunkard also catches various diseases sooner than a normal individual. Drinking is a social evil as it ruins home, health and wealth. Fourth question is, how can students be saved from the menace of drugs? And the answer is, number 1, we should introduce the student with all intoxicant substances. In this way, they will be refrained from these substances. Second one is, what are the age of student? They should not attract the substances. They should keep themselves away from these intoxicants. Third one is, parents and teachers should provide the literature or books to the students to save from not to indulge in these situations. These should provide enough time to take part in games and recreation activities like bhangra and dance.